In this video, I will show you the secret that changed my English forever. I started writing my own tiny stories. They were simple, they were mine. They helped me speak and think in English. Today you will learn step by step how to write your own simple story, even if you know only a few words. Stay with me till the end, because each chapter will give you a real method you can use tonight. Comment below if you've ever dreamed of writing your own story. Chapter 1. The Power of Your Own Story. When you learn English, sometimes you feel lost. You listen to other people and they sound fast. You try to speak, and the words don't come. You study grammar, but the rules feel heavy. You read big texts, but they do not stay in your mind. In that moment, you may feel weak. You may think English is too hard. But let me tell you something powerful. The fastest way to make English your own is to write your own story. Your story is different from anyone else. It is special because it comes from your life. When you write your own story, you connect English with your real feelings. It is not a rule from a book. It is not a boring exercise. It is your life in English words. That makes it strong. That makes it unforgettable. When you write your own story, you are not just learning English. You are building a voice. You are building courage. I still remember the first time I wrote a small story in English. It was not big. It was not perfect. It was only 5 short sentences. But those sentences were about me. They were about a moment in my day. I wrote about walking to school. I wrote about the rain. I wrote about how I felt. And when I read those sentences again, I felt something new. I felt that English was no longer a stranger. I felt it was now my friend. That day, something changed in me. This is the secret many learners never hear. You do not need long essays. You do not need big words. You do not need to wait for a teacher to give you homework. You can start right now, with your own words, your own story. Even if you only know 10 words, you can build something. You can write, I am happy. I drink tea. I watch the sky. That is already a story. That is already your English. Think about it. Every story is built from small pieces. A beginning, a middle, an end. Your life is already full of these pieces. The day you woke up late. The time you met a friend. The moment you felt proud. These are all stories waiting to be written. When you take them and write them in English, you give your English a home inside your memory. You give your English a reason to stay. When you write your own story, you also train your heart. You feel your emotions in English. You feel happy, sad, or excited in English. That is why you will never forget it. Because learning with feeling is learning for life. A grammar book can give you rules. A dictionary can give you words. But your story gives you power. Your story gives you courage to speak. Imagine yourself tonight. You take a notebook. You take a pen. You sit down and think about one small moment of your day. Maybe it is eating breakfast. Maybe it is walking outside. Maybe it is calling a friend. You write 3 short sentences. I ate bread. I drank tea. I felt good. That is your story. It is simple, but it is alive. You can read it. You can speak it. You can own it. That is the first step to fluency. So from today, promise yourself this. You will not wait for perfect English. You will not wait for the right time. You will start writing your own story now, because your story is not small. Your story is not weak. Your story is your power. And when your story grows in English, you will grow too. Chapter 2. Start small. One scene, one moment. When you want to write your own story in English, you may feel scared. You may think, I need to write a whole book. You may think, I do not know enough words. But the truth is different. You do not need a book. You do not need many words. You only need one small scene. You only need one small moment. Think about your day. It is full of small moments. You wake up. You eat. You walk. You talk. You see. You feel. Every moment is a seed for a story. You do not need to start with a big idea. You only need to start with what you see right now. That is the secret. When you start small, you make English easy. Your brain feels safe. You feel calm. You feel strong. You are not trying to do something too big. You are just writing one moment. That is why you can do it even if you are tired. You can do it even if you are busy. A small story is always possible. I remember my first small scene. It was about my breakfast. I wrote, I sit at the table. I drink tea. I eat bread. That was all. But when I read it, it felt real. It was my life in English. I could see the table. I could feel the tea. I could smell the bread. It was simple, but it was alive. That is why it worked. Try it now. Close your eyes. Think about one small moment from your day. Maybe it was the morning. Maybe it was the street. Maybe it was a friend's smile. See it in your mind. Feel it. Now open your eyes. Write one sentence. I walked to the bus. I watched the sun. I washed my hands. That is your story. It is small, but it is real. When you write a small scene, you also train your memory. You connect English words with pictures in your mind. You remember them better. You feel them better. You can speak them better. This is how your English grows, not by learning many hard words at once, but by feeling a few words deeply. Small moments are like small drops of water. One drop looks small, but many drops can fill a glass. Many glasses can fill a river. One small scene can lead to another, and then another. Soon you will have a big story made of small pieces. You will not even notice how big it has become. Writing one small moment also makes you brave. You do not have to be perfect. You do not have to be right. You just have to try. And when you see your own English on the page, you will feel proud. That pride will give you more power to keep going. So tonight, sit down, take a pen, think of one moment, write 3 sentences, read them aloud, smile. You have started. You have made English part of your life. You have made your own story. Remember, the journey to fluency does not start with a giant step. It starts with one small step. It starts with one small scene. It starts with one small moment. That moment is yours. That story is yours. And your English future is waiting for you. Chapter 3. Simple words make strong stories. Many learners think they need big words to write a strong story. They see long sentences in books. They see hard words in tests. They believe their English is too small. But this is not true. Simple words can build the strongest stories. Small words are powerful. Small words are clear. Small words touch the heart. Think about your favorite story in your own language. It may have simple words. It may have small sentences. But it still makes you feel. It still stays in your mind. This is the power of simple words. They go straight to the heart. They do not hide behind big ideas. They speak directly. They are easy to remember. When you write your own story in English, do not worry about big words. Do not open the dictionary every time. Start with the words you already know. Start with item matchup. You go eat, see, feel happy, sad. These words are enough. These words are alive. These words will make your English stronger. I remember a student who was afraid to write. She said, "I do not know enough words." I told her, "Write with what you know." She wrote, "I walk to work. I see a dog. I smile." It was only 3 lines, but it was a story. It was clear. It was alive. It showed her life. Later, she learned new words, but first, she used the simple ones. That gave her courage. Simple words also help you speak. When you write simple sentences, you can read them aloud. You can remember them. You can use them in daily life. Big words are often forgotten. Simple words stay. Simple words become habits. Simple words become your English voice. Try this now. Take a hard sentence from a book. Change it into small words. For example, "I encountered a magnificent canine on my journey" becomes, "I saw a big dog on my walk." Both sentences tell the same thing, but the second one is clear. The second one is easy. The second one is yours. This is your power. You can take any thought and make it simple. You can take any feeling and make it clear. You can write a whole story with easy words. And it will still be real. It will still be beautiful. It will still be yours. When you start with simple words, you also make space for emotion. You can add, "I feel happy," or "I feel scared." You can add color and sound. You can add your heart. And because the words are easy, you can focus on the feeling. This makes your English alive. This makes your English strong. Imagine tonight. You write about your evening. "I sit. I drink tea. I think of my dream." It is small. It is simple. But it is powerful. You can read it aloud. You can memorize it. You can tell it to a friend. This is how you grow. This is how you build English like a house. One brick at a time. One small word at a time. So do not fear small words. Do not feel weak because your English is simple. Feel proud. Feel strong. Because simple English is real English. Simple English is clear English. Simple English is the road to fluency. Start with small words today, and tomorrow you will speak with big confidence. Chapter 4. Use the I voice. Make it personal. When you write your own story in English, the strongest word is I voice. This small word can change your learning. This small word can make English your own. When you use I, you bring yourself into the story. You make it real. You make it alive. You make it powerful. Many learners start with he or she or they. That is fine, but it feels far away. It feels like another person. It feels like another life. When you use I, the story belongs to you. You are not just learning English, you are living English. You are becoming the story. Think about it. I wake up. I drink water. I walk to school. These are simple sentences, but they are also strong. They are true for you. They describe your life. They describe your moments. They are easy to write. They are easy to say. They are easy to remember. I remember when I first changed my writing. Before, I wrote about people in books. It felt like homework. It felt dry. One day I started to write about me. I wrote, I sit by the window. I drink coffee. I dream about travel. It was still English. But now it had my heart. It had my eyes. It had my feelings. That day, I felt a new energy. I wanted to write more. I wanted to speak more. Using I also builds confidence. When you write I, you are telling yourself, I can do this. You are telling yourself, this is my voice. This is very important. Because learning English is not only about grammar or vocabulary, it is also about courage. It is about identity. It is about building a voice in a new language. Try it now. Take a notebook. Think of 3 small things you did today. Start each one with I. I opened the window. I smiled at my neighbor. I watched the sky. These sentences are yours. They are true. They are easy. They are English. Read them aloud. Feel your voice. Feel your power. When you use I, you also connect your feelings. You can write, I feel happy. I feel tired. I feel excited. This makes English more than words. This makes English a living experience. When you feel in English, you learn faster. You remember more. You enjoy the process. Using I also helps you to think in English. When you speak to yourself, you say, I need this, or I like this. It is natural. It is simple. It is powerful. Writing with I is the same. It trains your brain. It trains your heart. It makes English automatic. Imagine tonight. You sit down with your pen. You write, I am learning English. I am writing my story. I am proud of myself. You read it aloud. You smile. This is not just practice. This is transformation. This is you creating a new self with English. So from now on, when you write your stories, bring yourself in. Use I. Use your life. Use your moments. Make it personal. Make it real. This is your journey. This is your voice. This is your English. And when you use I again and again, you will see a change. Your English will feel natural. Your English will feel alive. Your English will feel like you. Chapter 5. Turn thoughts into sentences. Every day your mind is full of thoughts. You think about your plans. You think about your dreams. You think about the past. But many times these thoughts stay inside. They never become English words. This is why many learners feel stuck. They know ideas, but they cannot speak. The secret is to turn your thoughts into sentences. This is the bridge from silence to fluency. When you take a thought and make it into a simple English sentence, you give it power. You give it shape. You give it life. A thought is like air. A sentence is like a stone. It is solid. It is clear. It is yours. This skill is the heart of writing your own story. Do not worry about making perfect sentences. Do not worry about grammar first. Just take the idea in your head and write it in the easiest way. For example, you think, I must buy milk later. Write it. I buy milk later. You think, I feel tired after work. Write it. I feel tired. You think, I want to speak better English. Write it. I want better English. Short and simple. This is enough. When I started learning English, my head was full of ideas but my mouth was silent. One day I began to write my thoughts. Small ones, simple ones. I like music. I wait for the bus. I see a bird. They were not special, but they were mine. And slowly my brain learned to speak. My brain learned to connect ideas with English. This was my turning point. Try it now. Close your eyes. Think of a small thought from today. Open your eyes. Write it in English. Do not check the dictionary. Do not think about mistakes. Just write. This is your first sentence. Read it aloud. This is your first voice. Turning thoughts into sentences also makes you brave. You stop thinking, I do not know enough English. You start thinking, I can make English from what I know. You start to trust yourself. This trust gives you energy. This energy gives you courage. This courage gives you fluency. You can also do this practice anywhere, on the bus, in the kitchen, before you sleep. Take one thought. Make one sentence. Whisper it. Write it. Repeat it. Soon your brain will start thinking in English by itself. You will not need to translate. You will not need to wait. It will become natural. This skill also makes your stories richer, because stories come from thoughts. When you practice turning thoughts into sentences, you will never run out of ideas. You will always have something to write. You will always have something to speak. Your English will grow like a tree with many branches. Imagine tonight. You sit quietly. You think, I am learning. You write it. I am learning. You think, I am proud. You write it. I am proud. You think, I will speak better. You write it. I will speak better. You read these sentences. You feel a smile inside you. This is the magic of turning thoughts into sentences. So from now on, do not let your thoughts stay silent. Give them words. Give them sentences. Give them life. Your English will grow. Your confidence will grow. And one day you will look back and see how far you came. It all starts with one thought, one sentence, and one moment of courage. Chapter 6. Build a beginning, middle, and end. Every story has a heartbeat. It starts. It moves. It finishes. This heartbeat is the beginning, the middle, and the end. When you know this, writing becomes easy. Speaking becomes clear. Your ideas become strong. Even a small story needs this heartbeat. It gives shape. It gives order. It gives life to your English. The beginning is where you tell the reader who and where. It is the place where you open the door. You show the person. You show the time. You show the place. This helps the brain to see the picture. It helps the heart to feel safe. You can write very simply. I wake up in my room. I walk to school. I sit in the park. This is the beginning. It is clear. It is easy. It is powerful. The middle is what happens. It is the action. It is the moment. It is the part where something changes. This can also be very small. I drink coffee. I meet my friend. I look at the sky. The middle is the action that gives life to your story. It moves your English from still to alive. The end is the feeling. It is the lesson. It is what you think after the action. I feel happy. I feel tired. I want to do it again. This part makes the story close. It helps the brain remember. It helps you feel proud. This is where you show your heart. I remember my first story with 3 parts. It was very small. Beginning, I wake up at 6. Middle, I drink tea. End, I feel ready for the day. That was all. But it had a shape. It had a start. It had a movement. It had a finish. When I read it, it felt like a real story. It gave me confidence. It made me want to write more. Try it now. Think about today. Write one small beginning. I go to the shop. Write one small middle. I buy bread. Write one small end. I feel good. That is your story. 3 lines. 3 parts. A real heartbeat. This is how you train your mind to build stories. This is how you train your tongue to speak them. This method is simple but powerful. Because when you know the 3 parts, you can write any story. You can write about your morning. You can write about your dream. You can write about your future. You always have a place to start, a place to move, and a place to end. This also makes you a better speaker. When you speak, people understand you faster. They follow your ideas. They see your picture. They feel your feeling. You look confident. You sound clear. And all this from 3 small parts. Imagine tonight. You sit with your notebook. You build your story. 1 beginning. 1 middle. 1 end. You read it aloud. You feel proud. You feel strong. You feel English becoming yours. You smile. You know you can do this again tomorrow. And again the next day. Soon you have many stories. Soon you have many victories. So from now on, do not fear writing. Do not fear speaking. Start with the 3 parts. The beginning, the middle, and the end. This is the heartbeat of every story. This is the heartbeat of your English. And this heartbeat will carry you forward to fluency. Chapter 7. Add feelings and details. A story is not only about what happens. A story is also about how it feels. This is the secret that makes your English alive. When you add feelings and small details, your story becomes colorful. It becomes bright. It becomes yours. It stays in your heart. It stays in your memory. Many learners write only actions. I wake up. I eat breakfast. I go to work. This is good. But it is flat. It is like a picture with no color. When you add feelings, the picture shines. I wake up and feel excited. I eat breakfast and feel calm. I go to work and feel proud. Now the story is not only words, it is an experience. Details also make your story powerful. A small detail can make a big difference. I drink tea becomes I drink hot tea with lemon. I walk outside becomes I walk outside under the blue sky. I meet a friend becomes I meet my best friend at the small cafe. Small words, small changes, big impact. I remember my first story with feelings and details. Before, I wrote, I walk in the park. Later, I wrote, I walk slowly in the park. I feel the cool wind. I see the green trees. When I read it, I could see it. I could feel it. It felt alive. It felt like English was part of me. This is the magic you can feel too. Try it now. Take one of your old sentences. Add a feeling. Add a detail. I sit on a chair becomes I sit on a soft chair and feel relaxed. I read a book becomes I read a new book and feel curious. Simple, easy, strong. Adding feelings also helps you remember words. Your brain loves emotions. It remembers what you feel. When you link English words with your feelings, they stay longer. They become part of your daily language. They help you speak faster. They help you think faster. Details train your eyes and mind. You start to notice more. You start to see color, shape, and sound in English. This makes learning fun. This makes learning natural. You stop memorizing lists. You start living in English. Adding feelings also makes you confident when you speak. Because feelings are always true. They are your own. You do not need a perfect word. You just need a true word. Happy, sad, excited, tired. These words are simple. They are enough. They open your heart. They open your English. Imagine tonight, you write about your evening walk. You do not write, I walk outside. You write, I walk outside. I feel the soft wind. I see the lights. I feel calm. You read it aloud. You feel the moment again. You feel English alive. You feel proud. This is how you turn small stories into big ones. This is how you make your English unforgettable. Not with hard words, not with long sentences, but with real feelings, with clear details, with your heart inside your words. So from today, do not be afraid to feel. Do not be afraid to describe. Add feelings. Add details. Make your English alive. Make your English yours. Every small story you write becomes stronger. Every sentence becomes a picture. Every picture becomes a memory. And every memory becomes a step to fluency. Chapter 8. Speak your story out loud. Writing your story is powerful, but speaking your story is life-changing. When you read your own words aloud, you wake up a new energy inside you. Your mouth learns. Your ears learn. Your heart learns. Speaking is the bridge between silence and fluency. This is how your English voice is born. Many learners write but do not speak. They keep the words on the page. They stay silent. They wait for the perfect time. But the perfect time never comes. The truth is simple. You must speak now. You must speak your story. It does not matter if your sentences are short. It does not matter if your words are simple. Speaking them gives them power. Speaking them makes them real. When you speak your own story, you also train your memory. Your brain connects the sound, the movement of your mouth, and the picture in your mind. This triple power makes English strong inside you. It becomes easy to remember. It becomes easy to use. It becomes part of you. I remember the first time I read my story aloud. My heart was beating. My voice was soft. I was afraid. But after 2 lines, something changed. I started to smile. I started to feel proud. I could hear my English. I could hear my own story. It felt like a small victory. That day I learned a big lesson. You do not need perfect English to speak. You only need courage to start. Try it now. Take a story you wrote, any story. Read it aloud. Do not whisper. Do not rush. Read slowly. Feel each word. Hear your voice. This is your English. This is your power. This is you becoming fluent. Speaking your story also trains your pronunciation. You learn the sounds. You learn the rhythm. You learn the pauses. This is not a boring drill. This is your life in English. This is your voice. Every time you read your story aloud, your tongue becomes stronger, your voice becomes clearer, your confidence becomes bigger. You can do this anywhere, in your room, in the kitchen, in front of a mirror, before you sleep, after you wake up. No one needs to hear you. It is just you and your story. And the more you do it, the easier it becomes. Speaking your story also helps you to think in English. When you speak, you stop translating. You start living the language. You start feeling the meaning. You start believing you can speak. And that belief is the key to fluency. Imagine tonight. You take your notebook. You open a story you wrote. You stand up. You read it aloud slowly. You look at the mirror. You smile at yourself. You finish reading. You feel proud. You feel strong. You feel English inside you. That is the moment you change from learner to speaker. So from now on, after you write your story, speak it. Do not wait. Do not doubt. Speak your words aloud. Let your mouth learn. Let your ears learn. Let your heart learn. Every time you speak, your English grows. Every time you speak, your confidence grows. Every time you speak, you become the person you dream to be. Chapter 9. Correct gently, not perfectly. When you write your own story in English, you will make mistakes. This is normal. This is natural. This is how you grow. But many learners fear mistakes. They stop writing. They stop speaking. They wait to be perfect. Waiting for perfect kills your progress. The secret is to correct gently, not perfectly. Gentle correction is your friend. It is soft. It is kind. It helps you improve without fear. It helps you learn without shame. When you correct gently, you tell yourself, I am learning. I am growing. I am brave. This gives you power. This gives you joy. This makes you want to keep going. Perfection is heavy. It makes your heart small. It makes your hands stop. It makes your voice quiet. When you chase perfection, you are chasing a shadow. You can never catch it. But when you focus on gentle progress, you win every day. You feel light. You feel proud. You feel free. I remember when I first wrote in English. I wanted every sentence to be correct. I checked the dictionary every time. I asked my teacher to fix everything. I felt slow. I felt tired. One day my teacher said, write first. Correct later. Be gentle. I tried it. I wrote my story without fear. Later I fixed a few words. It felt new. It felt alive. It felt free. That was the day I started to love English. Gentle correction is simple. First write your story. Then read it again. Ask yourself, does it make sense? Do I understand it? If yes, it is good. If no, change one small thing. Add a missing word. Fix a spelling. Make a verb simple. You do not need to fix everything at once. You do not need to be perfect. You can also ask a friend or a teacher to help. But tell them to be gentle. Tell them you want encouragement. Tell them you want small tips. This way you grow with a smile. This way you learn with hope. Gentle correction also makes you brave to speak, because you know it is safe to make mistakes. You know you will not be punished. You know you will grow anyway. This courage makes your English stronger. This courage makes your English faster. Try it now. Take a small story you wrote. Read it aloud. Find one small mistake. Fix it. Say it again. Feel how easy it becomes. Feel how light it feels. You are learning. You are improving. You are moving forward. Imagine tonight. You write a few sentences. You see a small mistake. You fix it with a smile. You read it again. You feel proud. You feel calm. You feel English becoming part of you. This is not a test. This is your journey. So from now on, correct gently. Celebrate small wins. Enjoy your mistakes. They are proof that you are trying. They are proof that you are learning. They are proof that you are alive in English. And when you learn with kindness, your English will grow like a flower in the sun. It will grow strong. It will grow beautiful. And it will grow with you. Chapter 10. Share your story with others. Writing your own story is powerful. Speaking your own story is even stronger. But sharing your story with others can change everything. When you share, you open a door. You connect. You inspire. You grow faster. This is the next step in your English journey. Many learners keep their stories hidden. They feel shy. They feel scared. They think their English is too small. They think people will laugh. But the truth is different. Sharing is not about perfect English. Sharing is about courage. Sharing is about connection. Sharing is about practice. When you share your story, you show your heart. You show your effort. You show your progress. This gives you pride. This gives you energy. This gives you motivation to keep going. One small comment from another learner can give you hope. One small smile from a friend can give you strength. I remember when I first shared my story online. It was simple. It was short. It had mistakes. But I shared it anyway. A person wrote back, "I feel the same." Another person wrote, "Good job." I felt warm. I felt proud. I wanted to write more. That was the day I stopped being afraid. That was the day my English became alive. Sharing your story also makes you a better writer, because when you know someone will read it, you try a little harder. You check your words. You think about your feelings. You want your meaning to be clear. This small pressure makes your English stronger. This small step makes your English grow. Try it now. Take one small story you wrote. Show it to a friend. Post it in a group. Write it in a comment here. Write it in a diary. And read it to someone you trust. Do not wait for perfect. Do not hide. Just share. Feel the power of connection. When you share, you also learn from others. You see their stories. You see their words. You see their feelings. This teaches you new sentences. This teaches you new ideas. This teaches you that you are not alone. You are part of a bigger world of learners. Sharing also builds your confidence to speak in real life. You learn to express your ideas. You learn to face small mistakes. You learn to feel proud of your progress. Each time you share, you grow. Each time you share, you become stronger. Imagine tonight. You write a small story about your day. You read it aloud. You send it to a friend. The friend writes back, "Thank you." You smile. You feel proud. You feel English becoming part of your world. You feel your courage grow. This is the moment you become more than a learner. This is the moment you become a creator. So from now on, promise yourself this. You will not hide your stories. You will not wait for perfect English. You will share. You will connect. You will inspire. Every time you share, you light a small fire. Every time you share, your English becomes stronger. Every time you share, you take another step to fluency. Chapter 11. Grow your story step by step. Learning English is like growing a plant. You start with a small seed. You give it water. You give it time. It grows slowly. It grows quietly. One day you see leaves. One day you see flowers. Your story works the same way. It grows step by step. It becomes bigger. It becomes stronger. It becomes beautiful. Many learners want to write a big story at once. They want a long text. They want a perfect page. But big things come from small steps. Even the longest book started as one word. Even the biggest dream started as one thought. Your English will grow the same way. Start with one small story, 3 sentences, one moment, one feeling. This is your seed. Tomorrow add another sentence. The next day add one more. Day by day, your story will grow. Day by day, your English will grow. This is how you build a new skill. This is how you build a new life. I remember when I began to grow my stories. My first story was about my morning. 3 lines only. The next week I added a new moment. The next week I added a feeling. Soon I had a whole page. I did not plan it. I just added little by little. And one day I looked back and saw how much I had written. It surprised me. It made me proud. It made me strong. Growing your story step by step also gives you freedom. You do not feel pressure. You do not feel stress. You know you can add more tomorrow. You know you can grow at your own speed. This makes learning soft. This makes learning fun. Try it now. Take one of your stories. Add one new sentence. Add one new detail. Add one new feeling. That is all. Small. Simple. Real. Read it again. Feel how your story becomes richer. Feel how your English becomes stronger. Step by step also means step by step in your confidence. When you write a little today, you feel a little stronger. When you add a little tomorrow, you feel a little braver. This small growth builds your belief. This belief builds your courage. This courage builds your fluency. Do not rush. Do not compare. Your story is your journey. Your English is your path. It is okay to move slow. It is okay to grow small. Every step counts. Every sentence counts. Every feeling counts. Imagine tonight. You open your notebook. You read your small story. You smile. You add one line. You feel proud. You close your notebook. You sleep with a happy heart. You know tomorrow you will add more. You know your English is growing with you. So from now on, grow your story step by step. Love the small steps. Enjoy the journey. Trust the process. You are not just writing words. You are building a future. You are building a voice. You are building a new life in English. And every small step takes you closer to your dream. Chapter 12. Your story. Your English future. Your story is not just practice. Your story is your future. Every small sentence you write is a step to a new life. Every word you speak is a seed of confidence. Every feeling you describe is a piece of your dream. This is the secret of English. It grows with you. It walks with you. It becomes a part of you. Many learners think English is only tests and rules. They see it as something outside of them. But you know the truth now. English is not only a subject. It is not only a skill. It is your voice. It is your connection to the world. It is the key to a bigger life. And your story is the door that opens it. When you write your own story, you are not just learning. You are building a future self. You are creating a new identity. You are making a bridge between who you are and who you want to be. This is why your story matters. This is why your story is powerful. Imagine your future self, confident, smiling, speaking in English with ease, sharing ideas, traveling, making friends, learning new things, teaching others. This future self begins now. It begins with your small stories. It begins with your simple sentences. It begins with your brave heart. I remember the day I realized my English had become a part of me. I was writing my journal. I was speaking my thoughts. I was not thinking of rules. I was just living in English. That day I felt free. That day I felt alive. That day I knew I had crossed a line. You can have this day too. Your story is not small. Your story is not weak. Your story is your strength. Our story is your teacher. It gives you words. It gives you practice. It gives you courage. Every time you write, you train your mind. Every time you speak, you train your mouth. Every time you share, you train your heart. This is how fluency is born. Try it now. Close your eyes. See your future in English. Open your eyes. Write one small sentence about that future. I speak English with confidence. I travel and meet new people. I write and teach others. This is your future story. This is your new identity. This is your next step. Do not stop here. Keep writing, keep speaking, keep sharing. Your story will grow. Your English will grow. Your confidence will grow. The more you practice, the more you feel. The more you feel, the more you remember. The more you remember, the more you live. This is the circle of growth. Imagine tonight. You sit down. You write one last sentence of the day. You read it aloud. You smile. You feel your English alive. You feel your dream alive. You know you are on the right path. This is your story. This is your English future. This is your life opening wider each day. So from today, see your story as your future. See your words as your bridge. See your feelings as your guide. You are not only learning English, you are creating a new world, and you are ready. Your story will take you there. Your courage will take you there. Your heart will take you there. If you liked this video, write one small story about your day in the comments. Tell me how you felt. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel Unleash Your English for more simple and powerful lessons. Like this video to help more learners find it, and share it with a friend who wants to learn English too. Your story starts today. Let's grow together.